Hi everybody, I wanted to take the time to create another video for you. And in today's video, I'm going to talk about how to make your profile public. The reason this is so super important is because a lot of employers, especially if you're looking for a job, employers, hiring managers, decision makers, recruiters, you name it, are going to a search engine and looking for individuals who are, let's say they're in marketing, let's say they're HR, whatever field it is, they're going to a search engine like Google, Yahoo, Bing, and many more to find you. And if your profile is not set to public, they're not going to be able to come across your LinkedIn profile. If you have your LinkedIn profile set up properly, as I'm going to show you in this video, then the chances of you being found and a decision maker, hiring manager, recruiter, whomever will be able to find you, and your chances of them reaching out to you will be much greater. So you want to make sure that you are on this page. How do we get to this page? If you happen to see your profile set up like this, you're simply going to click your name over here, and it allows you to see everything that's on your profile. So I'm not just going to go over how to edit your public profile and make sure that's turned on. I'm also going to take the time to make sure you are filling out every single area here on LinkedIn, as they're always adding new features. And by leaving certain things blank, you may get looked over. LinkedIn says that you have to have a certain criteria on your profile for LinkedIn to begin marketing you. If you have things that are missing or you're not utilizing a certain tool, well, then you're not going to be visible. Okay, so I want to take the time, because you guys are here investing in your time, educating yourself on LinkedIn. I want to make it valuable for you. So I appreciate you for being here. We're going to now focus over here. It says edit your public URL, which is exactly what I taught you in the last video. If you have not gone through that video of how to edit your public URL, please pause this video and go back and watch that. It is so super important. Next, you want to make sure that this toggle right down here where it says your public profile visibility, make sure that's on. Make sure you have the basic toggle turned on as well. And make sure that down here as you scroll, the public toggle is lit and all these toggles are turned on. Why do you want all that? You want to present yourself with the most professional profile possible to your ideal audience of whom you're looking to get in front of. You leave things blank, it's going to lessen your professionalism and lessen the chances of somebody reaching out to you. Now, here's the caveat of this. You do not want to turn on your public profile until you have a fully customizable, branded LinkedIn profile. So let's go over how you create a fully LinkedIn profile really quick. What should be on here? Well, first and foremost, this is prime real estate. So if you do not have a branded, customized graphic tailored to who you are, what you're doing, and where you're looking to go, the number one thing that makes you stand out from everybody else, it needs to be on here. If you don't know how to do that, then reach out to me, send me an email, connect with me on LinkedIn, so that way we could get your LinkedIn profile customized. You want to make sure you have a professional LinkedIn headshot right there. I see so many pictures where it looks like you just came from a wedding and you're half drunk. You are with a group of people and you caught everybody out, and you could tell that it's not professional. With the technology nowadays and everybody walking around with the cell phone, you can take a really nice headshot. You don't need to have anything fancy unless that's what you want to do, but dress professionally. Okay. Don't look sloppy. Look like you're going to an interview and, dress yourself up. And I know that a lot of people know that, but they're just using whatever picture they have. And sadly, it's not a professional picture. So take that extra 5 minutes to get dressed, look professional, put your best foot forward, and use your cell phone and have somebody take a nice picture of you. In this section, they have recently added a new feature where you can upload a video. So right here it says view profile video. You can upload one there. It's a 60-second video. You want to make sure it is legitly branded for you so you're not just rambling on. If you have a problem with being able to present yourself through video, then please, again, reach out to me. I will help you kind of script that, go over it with you, practice it with you. So that way, again, you're putting your best foot forward. Another section is your headline. You want to make sure you're utilizing the proper keywords that best fit you. I will probably end up doing another video on understanding the keyword density score. Like if I put in a keyword into the search engine, where does that keyword fall? Is it a keyword where it's 50 million people are being shown in the search? Is it a keyword where only 200 people are being searched? Ain't nobody gonna find you whether you're at 50 million or a couple hundred. You've got to find the sweet spot. So there's a certain formula I follow for that. So make sure you are utilizing the proper keywords and you're putting in a fully, written, branded headline right there so people can find you. And again, I will do another video on that to help you guys. Contact information needs to be fully filled out. So again, your profile will be here. Any kind of websites you have. So I have my main website, I have the coaching link here, and the LinkedIn profile maker over where people can go ahead and download this free series of what I'm walking you guys through right now. So if you have a portfolio that you want to put up here, if you have an online presentation, maybe you have an online virtual resume, put those links here. They're super important. Always add in a phone number. People are not always going to email you, as it takes more time to think of an email to write versus just picking up a phone, having a normal conversation. So give them as much information as possible. I put my main email right here, and this is my secondary email. So if you have two different emails, I would highly suggest you putting both and then saying, hey, this is my primary email, and you could put it under addresses. So that way, if somebody's trying to email you, you have two emails, but make sure you're always checking them, because a lot of times things go into spam or things get deleted. That's why I really like that phone number there. I do add my birthday. It's a great marketing tool to connect with people because they do reach out to you for your birthday. So that is the contact section. Okay, now you have the availability to turn on creator mode. I'm not going to go over that in this video. That will also be another video if we have the time to squeeze it into the series. If not, it's something that I teach inside of my one-on-one coaching program. It's also something I go over very briefly if you do schedule a free 30-minute session with me. By the way, if you have not done that, please go ahead and contact me through email or through LinkedIn and say, I'd like to schedule a free 30-minute session with you. I explain the reason as to why putting on creator mode is super important. You then can get a featured section. If you have this piece turned on, the creator mode will highlight the feature section and will move this section further up on your profile. I highly recommend creating content, y'all. There's multiple ways to create content on here. There's 15 different ways to create content, and you want to make sure that you are putting your best foot forward and showcasing what you know. For example, you could do a really mini amazing carousel like I did here, which is basically a mini slideshow to showcase your brilliance. Pick something, a topic, right? So say, let's say you're in HR. The 3 mistakes HR managers are making that causes a lot of whatever, right? 3 mistakes HR are making when it comes to hiring. So you can go create a carousel. And what is that going to do? Well, people who create content here on LinkedIn, more people will see your profile. However, you have to remain consistent. Just because you post one day and you don't ever post again doesn't mean people are going to see you. You have to remain consistent. So figure out what kind of content your audience likes. Okay. Each genre, each field likes something else. Maybe they like video. Maybe they like reading an article or newsletter. Maybe they want to attend a webinar with you where you're showcasing something of value. whatever the case may be, make sure you're giving your audience exactly what they're asking for. Okay. So that's super, super important. They want to come and they want to be able to understand the value you bring to the marketplace. But if you're not creating content, they can't understand your value just through your profile. It's not enough anymore, considering we're in a high-tech digital marketplace and it's very competitive. You want to make sure you have a fully written about section. And this is an area where you're not talking about yourself, but you're portraying a story that they can understand how you take on a challenge and you see the challenge and you're bringing them to the solution without talking about the features. So you're not talking about all the awards and accolades you have won throughout your career. You're focusing in on, this is how I can help your organization. For example, I'm currently working with a data analyst, and his job is to be able to shorten the time his current company has when they go and they deliver a proposal. He doesn't want it to take a whole entire week, because that then leads the customer to go somewhere else. He wants to shorten the time, and he's created certain data that will allow that to happen. So, going and telling a story in regards to that is really important, without saying, I've won all these accolades. People don't care about your accolades. The simple thing that they want to know is, can you help solve their biggest problem? Okay. So over here, I have, all my work history, what you want to do. You want to transform your profile from a resume into a resume sales page. What's the difference? The resume sales page is giving information, more value to the hiring managers and decision makers by creating a massive amount of content. Now, you may say, well, Courtney, that takes a while. I can guarantee you're probably spending an hour filling out an application, just filling it out. Then even before you get to the application and the job, you're probably spending another hour searching for the right type of position to apply for. And then you're, taking another hour to actually research the company to see if it's a fit. So that took you 3 hours just to fill out one, to find it, fill it out, research the company. Once you learn how to create proper content, it could take you at least an hour creating a piece of content, or less, once you really learn how to become a master of these skills and these tools. Okay. So I'll be giving you back your time once you, learn how to do these things. Education is important. Licenses and certification, any volunteer experience. Skill sets need to be 50. Pick 50 skill sets and put them on here. Recommendations are huge. Allow people to tell stories. Allow other people to tell stories of your success and what, you've been able to do for them. Publications, anything that you've written, news articles, or you've gotten a write-up somewhere else, or maybe you've created, an ebook, or you have a published book out there. Please make sure you put it under this area. It's super important. You want to follow influencers, anybody that is within your industry that has gotten a lot of recognition. Make sure you are following them. Companies as well. Groups on here, honestly, I could care less about them. They're not going to help you get to where you need to be. Am I a part of certain groups? Yes. There's maybe 1 or 2 reasons to be a part of a group, but I'm not going to spend time emphasizing this, as I personally think it's not going to help you. They have, had talks about removing that feature because it really isn't that beneficial. And I guess they lost. Why? I don't know. But anyhow, you do want to follow schools that you have attended. And the reason why this is important is because if I go into post-university and I'm looking for individuals that have graduated in HR or a field that maybe I'm going into, I want to be able to connect with them, right? If they're in HR, well, maybe they're an HR decision maker for a company I'm trying to get into. Maybe I'm trying to connect with somebody in a field I want to break into, and they're now working in that field I'm trying to break into, and they can help me get to where I need to be. So schools are really important. if you've worked for other companies in the past, or you have specific colleagues that you've worked with and maybe they went on to another job and you're looking to get into that company, it's important to connect with your inner circle. You know right where you're at least 100 people. People always say to me, how am I going to get, to thousands of people on my contact list? Start with who you know. Start with who you know. If you were to open up a business tomorrow, you need people, right? If you are going to have a wedding tomorrow, you know people. So work with those people and then allow those people to connect you to whom they know, and down the road you go. That is how you build a network. You're not going to build a network by yourself. So you have to reach out, you have to connect with people. But that'll be also a separate video as I continue to do these videos for you and put them in here, and maybe do like a monthly or bi-monthly additional video of things that come down the pipe as far as what LinkedIn is producing. So I hope that this helps you in understanding how to get your profile into the public eye for the decision makers and hiring managers and individuals who are looking to hire you. If you have any questions, go ahead and hit reply to this specific email, and I'd be more than happy to hop on a Zoom call to address any of your issues. Have a great day, and I look forward to seeing your success. Bye.